Welcome back to a Junk Journal with Me session. Today I'm going to show you how to use a die cutting machine to create ephemera for your journal pages. If you're new here, my name is Bree from 1134 Press. Like and subscribe if you enjoy bookmaking, journaling, and paper craft inspiration. We post every Sunday and Wednesday. The die cutting and embossing machine that I'm using is the Vagabond 2 by Sizzix and Holtz. This is my first electric die cutting machine and I am in love with the vintage aesthetic and how easy it is to use. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. The Vagabond 2 comes with a platform that slides into the open doors and a second platform that lays on top if you're using thinner dies. I'll show you what dies look like in a bit if you're not familiar with them. The machine also comes with 2 transparent cutting mats. Another feature is that the side has a hidden compartment where you can store the power cord. I wish there was storage for the platform and cutting mats too, but maybe that will come in the third version of the Vagabond. Overall, this machine doesn't take up a lot of space and is easy to transport. Dies are these metal pieces that you lay on top of your paper to cut your shapes. I don't own many dies, so I'm able to keep them in the pockets of this faux leather binder. But as my collection grows, I'll add clear pocket sheets to the binder and keep them there. If you have storage and organizational issues with your dies, stickers, or ephemera, binders are a great solution. I'll link these binders below if you like this vintage style. To use your embossing machine, you will insert your platforms, then layer your cutting mat, paper, and your die with the smooth side facing up, and then the second mat. You'll see on the top of your machine that there's a forward and reverse button and a power button that you will hold as your cutting mat slides through. It's a little loud, so you may want to keep that in mind if you're a nighttime crafter. I had to do a second pass on the lower frames because they didn't cut all the way through, but one pass typically works just fine. The paper I'm cutting on is from that batch of handmade paper we made last week. The petals being crushed by the dies gave them an incredible lemon smell, which is another argument to make handmade paper from dried flowers. If you missed that tutorial, it will be linked above in the cards and in the description below. Now that I have my die cuts and ephemera picked out, it's time to journal. I'm working in a new journal, the handmade paper journal that we made last week. And I don't think I'm gonna be doing a lot of writing in this one, but we'll use it for collaging and trying out new techniques. You could probably relate to this, but I get into crafting obsessions, and my latest one has been with manipulating Polaroid film. There will be a tutorial soon about ways to manipulate film, so make sure you're subscribed and tap the bell for notifications for when that video comes up. With that being said, I'm using Polaroid film experiments along with other paper bits to decorate this page. By the time we get to the end of this spread, you'll see that I got rid of the text at the bottom that said, "Keep going." It was printed on my Dymo label maker, so when I removed it, it tore and damaged the boat. A great fix for mistakes on your journal pages are to add washi. And while we're on the topic of label printers, I got mine from Target, but I could only find black labels. But I recently found a brand that's compatible with the Dymo embossing label maker that comes in a variety of colors and doesn't jam up the printer. It will be in the description if you're also on the hunt for different color label tape. The dried flowers that I'm using in this spread are from the pack that I got for the floral resin cover journal that we made last month, which was one of my favorite bookmaking projects so far this year. The tutorial to that one will be linked above in the cards and in the description below. I hope this video will inspire you to try making ephemera with your die cutting machine, or helped you make a decision on if this machine is something that you'd like to add to your crafting tool collection. If you enjoyed this video, remember to tap the like button, and I will see you on Wednesday with a DIY tutorial. Bye!